So if you're a 14 to 17 Silverado owner with the 5.3 liter motor and you want to squeeze out every little bit of performance that your truck can offer, you should be checking out a tuner like the Flashpaq F5 tuner that I've got in my hand with me today. There are a lot of tuners available for the Silverado, but I like this one in particular for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's probably one of the fastest tuners in terms of software and functions. It's very responsive, has a really nice HD color screen on here, and we were actually able to tune our Silverado in less than 5 minutes. We wanted to see what the Flashpaq could do, so we ran our truck on the dyno, and bone stock, it made 289 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. With one of the Flashpaq's preloaded tunes, our truck ended up making 304 horsepower and 313 pound-feet of torque. That makes for peak gains of 15 horsepower and 40 pound-feet of torque, but what's really nice are the curve gains. We made 59 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. Those curve gains are nice because that's what you're gonna feel when you're driving around on a daily basis. Keep in mind you can make custom changes to those tune files as well to squeeze out even more performance. I only recommend you do that if you really know what you're doing, because there is a lot that you can actually customize with the F5 tuner. Besides those performance and economy and towing tunes that the tuner comes with, you can also read and clear trouble codes in real time. So if you get that annoying check engine light and you're not quite sure why, you don't gotta go to the dealer or pay the guy down the street just to scan it for you. You can do it on the tuner in real time, and you can actually clear those trouble codes as well. Besides reading and clearing trouble codes, you can also pull all the information from the ECU in real time using gauges, so you can actually monitor engine performance while you're driving around. You can also data log if you're doing any custom tuning to your truck. So if you like everything I've talked about and you like the fact that you can get some decent power gains out of the F5 tuner, go ahead and stick around. We're gonna go through all the features on the tuner itself, and we're actually gonna show you how to tune your truck at home. So like I said, using the F5 tuner is very easy. All you gotta do is plug it into your OBD2 port with the supplied cable connected to the tuner, and in the case of our Silverado, our port is connected directly underneath the steering column. All right, so once you've plugged in the F5 tuner, it's gonna load the screen. You're gonna wanna make sure your key is in the on position in your ignition. We're gonna go ahead and go over the features and how to tune your truck. So once you've loaded the Flashpaq on your truck and you've put your key to the on position, it's gonna be connected directly to your ECU. It's gonna take you to the home screen, which is the tuning page. We're gonna save the best for last, so we're just gonna quickly go over some of the other features of the Flashpaq tuner. The other screen that you're gonna see here is the scan screen, and that's also gonna provide you the option with reading and clearing engine codes, as well as reading your gauges and data logging your truck in real time. If you do have a check engine light, you can go in here, you can read what the code is, and if you actually do have a code, it's gonna pull the code up on this screen. This is a really great way to save a little bit of money as opposed to going to, say, the dealership or a local shop and having them check your codes for you. A lot of times they'll charge you money for this, but you can do it right here on the tuner, and you can plug that code in online and figure out what the issue is. Once you figured out what the issue is with your check engine light, you can actually clear those codes and it will get rid of the check engine light. Do take note, if you don't actually fix the underlying issue, the light will return eventually until you actually fix the problem. What I really like about the Flashpaq is the gauges that you get in real time. This allows you to monitor your engine's performance, and you can select up to 8 PIDs or 8 gauges, if you will, while you're actually driving. Once you click OK on that little confirmation screen, it's going to take you to all of the different gauges that are available. You have engine parameters in here, all kinds of good stuff, including RPM, your spark advance, your coolant temperature, your pressure in your intake manifold. If you come back out here, you have your air intake system. You can check parameters for your mass airflow sensor. You can check your air intake temperature. You can basically, anything the ECU is monitoring, you can pull it up here on the F5 tuner. There's really too much to go over on here, but just take note, it is a very thorough little device. I really like it. It's a great way to benchmark your truck if you're tuning it or adding mods. And it's also a great way to help diagnose other issues besides the reading and clearing trouble code function. Lastly, you do have a little battery voltage check here. A lot of trucks are equipped with them nowadays, but if yours is not, this is a nice way to check your voltage. When your truck is off, 12.5 is a good resting voltage, and when your truck is running, I'd say anywhere between 14 and 15 volts should be good. All right, now besides scanning and diagnostics, this little device also provides you some basic information about your vehicle. It's a really convenient way to pull up your VIN. It's also a nice way to pull up the operating system that your ECU is running on. And if you've actually forgotten what tune you're using with the F5, it will actually tell you up top here whether your truck is stock or whether you're running one of the available tunes. Besides that, you have your device info here. If you ever run into issues with your tunes, Superchips customer service is pretty good with helping you out. They might ask you for some of the information on this screen to help troubleshoot stuff. So now that we got all of that stuff out of the way, we can go ahead and go over the fun stuff, and that's actually tuning your truck. Go back to the tuning page using the arrows and select OK. Now, once you've selected OK, it's going to bring you to the available tunes that the F5 tuner comes with. Like I mentioned earlier, you have a performance tune, you also have a tune for towing, and you also have an economy tune. Lastly, if you want to make custom changes to your ECU, you can load a preloaded stock tune with different options. You can advance your timing, you can change your spark, you can also change your air-to-fuel mixtures using this stock tune with options. I strongly recommend you do not mess with this stuff unless you know what you're doing though. It's very easy to make changes to the ECU, and if you do something that's outside of a safe parameter, you could end up with some serious mechanical issues. So again, only do the stock tune with options if you've done your research and you know what you can handle with your truck's components. We're gonna go straight to the performance tune here so we can show you what kind of gains you're gonna get using the F5 tuner. Now you're going to get this little confirmation screen here saying that performance is designed for a non-towing application and 91 octane or higher fuel is required. We went ahead and loaded our truck up with 91 octane, so we are good to go. Click OK to confirm. It's going to ask you if you want to customize any options with this tune, and that's very similar to that stock tune like I just mentioned. We're going to go ahead and leave everything as is because we want to see what the F5 tuner can do on its own. Again, these are some of the options that you can make changes to. You can set your rev limiter as well as your speed limiter, and you can also change your gear ratio and tire size if your speedometer is not correct. Again, we want to leave all those things the same, so we're just going to continue with the tune as it is. Now, once the device has started building the tune, at this point you want to definitely make sure that you do not disconnect the tuner. You do not want to take your key out of your ignition. Once it's built the tune file for you, it's going to ask you to confirm that you want to install it. Go ahead and click OK. And again, at this point, the F5 tuner is now making modifications to your ECU. If you were to unplug the tuner or lose the connection for any reason, you could actually lock up your truck, in which case you'd need a recovery file. Superchips is pretty good at helping out with that stuff, but it's always good to just make sure that you don't mess with anything while this process is happening. Now, once you've powered down your ignition and you've selected confirmed, it's going to give you this little confirmation screen saying that the performance tune is now installed. You can go ahead and click OK to continue. And that's really it. That's the whole process of tuning your truck. Very easy to use, very straightforward with very clear instructions, and in my experience, the Flashpaq honestly is probably one of the faster tuners when it comes to tuning your truck. So as you can see, using the F5 tuner is very easy, comes packed with plenty of features, and it makes tuning your truck very simple. That actually wraps up my review and install of the Flashpaq F5 tuner, fitting your 14 to 17 5.3 liter powered Silverado. I'm Travis, thanks for watching, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.